What's going on, man? My name is Rick Frazier. I'm owner and operator of Full Circle Studios here in St. Augustine, Florida. And I just rented the 1D Mark II, the 1DX Mark II from Lens Pal out of Orlando, Florida. Shout out Lens Pal, man. Real easy to rent. Shot to the warehouse, picked it up. Shout out Roxanne. She helped me out, man. This right here I've been doing some research on for a few weeks. Happened to need it for a shoot. Client rented it. Got me a lens, 14mm, 2.8L, all Canon. I ain't gonna put that there so it doesn't fall. Just wanted to go over a couple things, man. I've been doing this for a few years, going on 2 or 3 years now. Videographer, I've been in the studio, obviously this is where I'm at. I've done this for a handful of years now. Got into video. Kind of know what I'm doing, man, and I ran across a couple things with this camera that I actually tried to look up online myself, and not too many people covered it. So I just wanted to go over it real brief, real quick, and real informative on how to get this thing rolling. The things you do need out the box, definitely want to rent an extra battery. I did that. They last pretty long though, actually. I have a Mark III, a 5D Mark III Canon, and those I have a few batteries, never had a battery problem. 2 days of shooting, went through one full battery and started another, barely got into that one. Memory cards though, I did get an extra one of those too. 128 C flash. This camera eats up memory quick. 1080 at 60 frames is what I mostly shot most of my shots with, and I ended up shooting about 50 gigs a shoot. I typically would shoot probably 20, maybe 25, 30 at the very most if I went and overshot it. But quick shoot, 50 gigs. A show I did Friday night, it was about 50 something gigs too, and that was only over a couple hours. I'm pretty tight with what I shoot. I don't try to overshoot too much. I do shoot a lot, but I don't leave the camera running or shoot more than is necessary, you know what I'm saying? So try to be smart with my capacity on those. So definitely if you're renting them or even to buy, definitely get you a couple memory cards. I'd like to have 2 batteries on deck just in case, you know what I'm saying? And you have to have a lens. So the first thing I want to talk about is the battery. The battery is self-explanatory, actually. It's pretty easy, but for someone that maybe isn't too sharp, they get this camera, they might end up messing something up, doing something crazy to their brand new camera or one that they rented. They got these cool flaps on there to where you slide it in and there's pins on the battery. You have to make sure that the pin's out and turned to where you can put it in, you turn the pin, and then you press it back in, and that's how you engage the battery. Similar with the card, I was looking at it, and the Mark, you kind of just slide it out and pop it. This one, you see where there's a gate for it. You don't really want to pop it, you don't want to pull it. It is sturdy and durable, but you don't want to break nothing that doesn't let up. Down here, right by the on and off switch, you want to flip this and even just turn it downwards, I guess counterclockwise, and it's going to pop your gate open to where you can put your memory card, C flash, and I think it's just a regular big card. What else? That was pretty much it, man. A quick overview of the camera from getting my hands on it and using it. I tried each frame rate, 60 frames in 1080 and in 4K. They all work great. The only thing with 4K is you're getting into a lot of space on your card. I think the 128s at 4K at 60 frames a second is 10 or 20 minutes of, no, I take that back, it is 20 minutes, about 18, 19 minutes of actual filming. So you're gonna run through those real quick, and then on the other side of that, you're gonna have to get memory cards, or external hard drives, a glyph drive, something, just so you can maintain and transfer and move and work all this footage, because you do have a lot of stuff going on. The autofocus is the main thing on here that I was excited about. The settings out the gate, I went through it all. I was familiar with the Canon, so I know how the menu works, just getting into a few different things. The autofocus, quick shoot, I believe is what it was. With this, you had the touch screen, so all you have to do is turn it on, and you can literally touch where you want it to follow focus on. I put it on a Ronin M, and they do work on Ronin M's. Battery, I used the 14mm lens that I rented from Lens Pal. And I also have a few Canon lenses myself. I think the heaviest one was the 24 to 105, the 4, obviously the 4 aperture, and that was probably about the heaviest setup, and it went fine. I calibrated the motors each time I used it, obviously on the Ronin, and there was no issues to where it even asked for a major rebalance or anything. It went on just as smooth as it does my 5D, so that was cool. Really, that was it, man. I just wanted to touch on those two things because that's the only thing that held me up. The rest was pretty much easy. If you're a Canon user, you're gonna find this menu real user-friendly. The shot, it actually reminds me of the same as the 5D as far as the look, as far as the color grading, all the stuff that you're used to with it, you get. The only benefit to me was I was shooting in 1080 in 60 frames opposed to 720 with the Mark I'm actually shooting on now, the Mark III. So that was awesome, and I even saw it from Instagram clips to YouTube to over the phone. I saw the difference of the clarity, and it was like a deeper saturation. So that was real cool, man, and I'm excited. I'll probably rent the 1DX again this coming up weekend. And after that, I think I'm just gonna have to buy it. I have a couple clients that might be down to help invest in it with me just so we can get that upgraded quality because the stuff we're shooting out, it's at that point. So I'm real happy about that. Other than getting some lenses, man, all you really need is to get somewhere, get a little bit of lighting, and it can be definitely natural for sure. We utilized it in a car scene. Actually, I'll show you a little clip of it in a second. It's in a parking garage. We pulled up, a video fell through. The whole reason we rented this camera, it was almost a bust. But what we did is we improvised. We pulled up somewhere random. I took the lead. I had the artist, shout out Project Young and Man, Chauncey, Smoke, all them boys, man. We did our thing. We pulled up into right next to the University of Florida parking garage. And it was raining. We didn't have many options, but we had some dope shit. We had a lot of money, always. We had a dope ass car, and we had an idea, and we had more than anything, we showed up, man. Just coming out here and doing this, it's half the battle. You show up, get out there and do it. We shot this thing, probably 30 minutes, an elevator shot, this shot, bam, done. Flew the drone over the Gators, the Swamp Man right there at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, just like we had to, man. Shout out LensPal, man. They did a great job on customer service on the phone. Getting to their location was super easy. I showed up there very nice and friendly. I got exactly what I needed. I got the correct memory cards. There was not one thing bad about this situation, man, and that's why I even mentioned them. They didn't pay me, they didn't give me this. I'm not sponsored by them or nothing, man. They really did a great job. And nowadays I feel that if you just do your job, period, you should get a thank you, man. And I respect that, and I hope you respect the way I do my job out there. So thank you, everybody, and I hope this helped. Appreciate it.